Why are there not more people talking about the impact of feedback? Life is about growth. We all want to be better, stronger, smarter. Feedback is the fuel that makes this growth possible. It's a mirror reflecting our actions, highlighting our strengths, and exposing our blind spots. Without feedback, we're driving through life with a blindfold on. We need to know what we're doing well and what needs work. Feedback can come from anywhere: friends, family, colleagues, even strangers. Sometimes it's a pat on the back, other times it's a kick in the pants. Regardless of how it's delivered, the goal is the same: to help us learn, grow, and become the best versions of ourselves. But here's the catch. Not all feedback is created equal. There are different styles, each with its own set of advantages and disadvantages. Kevin Samuels's approach, for instance, is known for its raw and unfiltered nature. Some statistics show that 60% of his audience appreciates his directness, while 40% find it too harsh. This split opinion highlights the pros and cons of his method, making it a topic worth discussing. Kevin Samuels, the controversial internet personality, was known for his raw, unfiltered style of delivering advice. He didn't sugarcoat things. He told his audience, primarily black men and women, exactly what he thought they needed to hear, even if it was harsh. Samuels's direct approach resonated with many. His supporters saw him as a refreshing voice of honesty in a world of political correctness and false positivity. He addressed uncomfortable truths about relationships, self-improvement, and societal expectations. However, Samuels's methods were often criticized for being insensitive, demeaning, and even cruel. His detractors argued that his tough love approach lacked empathy and did more harm than good. The debate surrounding Kevin Samuels highlights a fundamental question: is it better to be brutally honest or gently encouraging when giving feedback? The answer, like most things in life, is not so simple. It depends. Raw honesty, when delivered with good intentions, can be a wake-up call. It cuts through the noise and forces us to confront uncomfortable truths. It can be the push we need to break bad habits and make necessary changes. But blunt criticism, especially without empathy and understanding, can be devastating. It can damage self-esteem, erode confidence, and create resentment. It can make people feel attacked, defensive, and less likely to accept the feedback. Section 4. Brené Brown, The Power of Vulnerability and Empathy. On the other side of the spectrum, we have Brené Brown, a researcher and storyteller who advocates for a more compassionate approach. Brown's work emphasizes vulnerability, empathy, and the power of human connection. Brown argues that true growth and learning happen in a space of safety and trust. When people feel seen, heard, and understood, they are more receptive to feedback, even if it's difficult to hear. She encourages delivering feedback with kindness, respect, and a genuine desire to help. Brown's approach resonates with many because it acknowledges the emotional complexity of receiving feedback. It recognizes that we are all human, with our own insecurities and sensitivities. Section 5. Finding the right formula. When to be direct, when to be gentle. So, which approach is better? Should we be brutally honest like Kevin Samuels or empathetic and encouraging like Brené Brown? The truth is, both methods can be effective, but the key lies in understanding when to use which approach. Direct, unfiltered feedback can be effective when dealing with someone who is stuck in their ways, in denial, or needs a serious reality check. It can also be helpful in situations where clear, unambiguous guidance is crucial, such as in a professional setting with high stakes. However, when dealing with sensitive issues, a gentler approach is often more appropriate. This involves framing feedback in a way that is constructive, supportive, and focused on solutions. It's about helping the person understand the impact of their actions and encouraging them to make positive changes. Section 6. The Art of Constructive Criticism. Combining honesty and empathy. Ultimately, the most effective feedback incorporates elements of both honesty and empathy. It's about finding the right balance between delivering the message and preserving the relationship. It's called constructive criticism for a reason. Here are a few key principles to keep in mind. Be specific and focus on behavior. Instead of saying, "You're always late," try, "I noticed you were 15 minutes late to our last 3 meetings." Use I statements. This helps to avoid sounding accusatory. For example, instead of saying, "You need to be more organized," try, "I feel overwhelmed when our work isn't organized." Offer solutions. Don't just point out the problem. Suggest ways to improve. Be kind and respectful. Remember that the goal is to help, not to hurt. Feedback, when delivered and received effectively, is a powerful tool for growth and connection. It's through honest, caring, and constructive feedback that we can learn from our mistakes, celebrate our successes, and ultimately become the best versions of ourselves. Pause to S. Section 7. Applying feedback in real life. Now that we've explored the principles of giving effective feedback, it's time to see how these can be applied in real-life scenarios. Imagine you're working on a group project. One of your team members consistently misses deadlines, affecting the entire team's progress. Instead of just expressing frustration, you apply what you've learned. You approach them with empathy and honesty, saying, "I've noticed that you've missed several deadlines and it's impacting our project. I'm concerned and want to understand if there's anything we can do to support you." Another scenario could be in a personal relationship. Suppose a friend's behavior has been bothering you. Rather than letting resentment build, you choose to have an honest conversation. You say, "I feel hurt when our plans get canceled at the last minute. Can we find a way to communicate better so this doesn't keep happening?" These examples show that feedback isn't just about pointing out flaws, it's about fostering understanding, offering support, and working towards a solution together. By combining honesty with empathy, you create an environment where growth and connection flourish. Remember, effective feedback is a two-way street. It's about being open to receiving feedback as much as giving it. Embrace the process, and you'll find yourself on a path to continuous improvement and stronger relationships. Pause. 2S. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, keep growing and keep giving meaningful feedback.